Hey, welcome in. Well, folks, it's finally come to this. The singularity of stupidity. Canadian MP claims honk honk is code for Heil Hitler. This is an abyss of stupidity so deep and so dark that I almost don't want to look into this because I might lose my soul or what remaining brain cells I still have left. But we're going to be brave and we're going to take a look anyway. Canadian MP says truckers, social media users saying honk honk are spreading pro-Hitler message. That's right. So it turns out that the trucker protest, the peaceful trucker protest, it turns out it was just a giant Nazi rally. And of course that makes sense because everything that leftists don't like is Nazis. I mean, remember the OK hand signal, right? They didn't like Trump's, and Trump did that, so therefore it must be far right somehow, or some sort of supremacy or something. They tried to do the same thing with milk. Hasn't quite stuck with milk quite yet, but don't worry, they're going to keep trying. So let's see, a Canadian Liberal MP stated Monday that honk honk was a coded message meaning Heil Hitler. Now, she gave this testimony before Parliament. She did this publicly. Right, publicly, where she lamented perceived government inaction regarding the truckers, those fringy truckers. How many guns need to be seized, as she asked. Well, I would ask, how much violence do you need? Because there wasn't any. So why are you even talking about guns? There wasn't actually any violence, right? Wouldn't it matter if the protest was actually violent or if any guns actually were used, which there weren't? I mean, why would you even need to ask that question of a peaceful protest, one that was demonstrably peaceful? Let's see, how much vitriol do we have to see of honk honk, which is an acronym of Heil Hitler? Do we need to see on social media? Now, I can't tell whether this person is just a complete idiot or is just a cynical opportunist. Maybe both? I mean, this is idiotic. Vitriol? Honk honk is vitriol. Acronym? She doesn't understand what an acronym is, obviously. So maybe I just have to lean towards the side of idiot here. Anyway, honk honk has become an unofficial slogan of the Freedom Convoy, a reference to the protesters' use of horns to pester and annoy residents and government officials until pandemic mandates are lifted. Well, I don't think they were doing it specifically to annoy residents. I think it was more to let themselves be heard to the people who are supposed to represent them. Although, of course, residents were going to be annoyed while they were still honking the horns, as residents are anywhere that people protest, ever. But you know what? I mean, there's a big problem here, right? If honking your horn is now fascism, I guess we have to get rid of horns. You know, maybe honking your horn is a gateway to fascism, I guess. Although it looks to me like becoming a Liberal MP is more of a gateway to fascism, judging from the actions against the protesters from the government. But, oh, and by the way, it's called the Liberal Party. It's no longer liberal, okay? It's authoritarian leftist at that point. All doubt of that has been removed by this Emergencies Act. Let's see. Anyway, she received strong backlash on social media from users accusing her of fabricating the hypothesized link between honk honk and Heil Hitler. However, as she doubled down on her assertions the same day on social media. So how did she double down on this? For those of you who think that honk honk is some innocuous joke, I'll just leave this here. Mic drop. Now, how much do you want to bet that the thing she's linked to prove her point, it makes her look like more of an idiot? So let's see. She linked to posts by anti-fascist, which seems to mean the opposite of that. But anyway, somebody called Gwen Snyder as the source for her claim. So let's take a look at this tweet from somebody who's involved with Antifa, an organization that is, of course, well known and renowned for their honesty, and not for being, far-left communist lunatics. Let's see. Let's start with a classic and a new variant. 88 and HH. Phrases like honk honk. They mean Heil Hitler. H is the 8th letter of the alphabet, thus 80. Is this starting to sound like a conspiracy movie to you yet? Or the rantings of somebody with a serious psychological disorder? Honk honk is associated with the hunkler and is often used ironically by alt-right trolls. Well, she didn't mention anything about the OK hand sign, so that's good. And basically what happens is this. Any meme that is started that makes fun of the modern left and the far left is immediately branded as alt-right or Nazis or whatever, right? Just anything they don't like, they just call supremacy or an ism or an ist. And then unscrupulous or just stupid politicians or media eat it up because, for one thing, it gets them clicks, and secondly, they're leftists too, so they like it. So they have it, this liberal MP's evidence there, right? Like, boom, she got you. She got you right there. Boom. If you're supporting the truckers, well, it's all over now. Some weirdo from Antifa just proved that they were all hunking, but also Heil Hitlering at the same time somehow. I've got a real suspicion that the only person who hears Heil Hitler when they hear a truck horn is this woman. If she actually believes this, which I'm not sure she does. I mean, it is funny. Is this not peak clown world? Is it not? Is this woman not a clown? Oh, wait, sorry, I forgot. Clowns are Nazis. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Please subscribe, like, and share. That really helps me out. If you just like to listen, there's the podcast Radio Baloney. It's on pretty much every platform. If you look for it, you will find it. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.